Hi everyone, I am Margot, tarot reader. Thank you and welcome to Soluna Botanica. Today is a special video, and I am happy and grateful for all of those that are going to take the time to listen in or watch today's video. Today's video, being that we are in the blessed weekend of Easter, um, I feel that it has to be, for me, uh, more destined to and give gratitude, for the lack of words, to our highest self. For us, ourselves in particularly, but also the most important, of why Jesus is important in our lives. Um, Not just in the devastated way that he has, but also in what the purpose is and was, for his existence. Um, I want to say that this is not about a certain religion. This is not about uh, uh, beliefs, even. This is about all in general, about us in humanity and also in our spiritual given life. Um, Today, I want to first off give gratitude and thanks to the higher self, to our Creator, to our loved ones, and to our physical endeavors of life here on earth, and also for our loved ones in the spiritual realm, but most importantly to you, Jesus Christ, for being who you are, still loving and still having faith and trust in us, for your sacrifices. Um, for all that you are and for all that you are inconsistent within us individually and all in one. Love and light to you as always, and thank you for loving me and trusting in me. Um, so, so normally, in certain holidays and also given times, if the higher self wishes to, I actually do close and do not have any type of work of any kind when it comes to the spiritual realm, because it's time of peace and healing, nurturing the soul, for me, and as it should be for all of you out there today in our spiritual community. It has again emphasized nothing to do with whatever religions you have faith in or not. Even if out there is anyone listening that does not believe in Jesus, so be it. I respect that too. But as a human being, um, let us respect that his suffering should have not been in the way that it was. That it, in no shape or form, humans should suffer in the way that others has suffered in grand scales. I feel that it is to, yes, remind us, but remind us of the grief and pain that our ancestors have gone through, um, and that most importantly, some of us are also going through at this time. We're still in our ancestral um, bonds that we are trying to almost heal in a way, here on life. Um, that their suffering, it is still a part of ours, but it also tells us that as you reminisce of certain aspects of that, it's also letting you know that it's time to find some type of healing toward such pain that we've suffered through our sufferings through our ancestors, and also us here in the now still suffering, for those and for ourselves. Um, we are building so much hate because of the things that we are looking back at and the things that we're observing and feeling against us. And I feel that if we can just spread some type of love uh, in a daily basis, then when time expands and later on in life, we can actually prolong that and emphasize and cover our energy and our body and our spirit of that and for that. Um, yes, I still have hope, and I still feel that, because based on what our Creator has shown me, that even though it's been hundreds and thousands of years of all this suffering that we're still suffering now, that we still have that hope, that faith in humanity and in our spirit, in our loved ones, that we will be that one day. We will wake up and only have the vibration of peace, love, and light. Not just in heaven received, but also here in our experiences. Not in our generation, obviously, but who knows? Maybe into our children's children from generations further down the line can come. Um, it's excuse me. Um, they were giving me certain messages, and it just blocked my inner thought on what I was supposed to be saying. It is what it is. You never know what we're going to be expecting when we are in physically and spiritual alignment here. Thank you. Thank you, Divine. Thank you. I realized that I keep, when I record, I keep getting cut off at certain extents. And um, sometimes it happens because the messages are just too deep that cannot be grasped in humanity. Not yet. Uh, uh, forgiveness is, I know if I were to be doing my own community, I don't call it church, and I would not call it church either. Um, today's version will be probably of love and forgiveness. Imagine it, for example, you have your children, and let's say you have more than two. How they have to say that not all your fingers are alike, and neither are your children. Um, and you love them individually, and you should individually for who they are, how they are, because each one of them have their specific needs and love and tenderness, etc. And as a parent, we're supposed to love our children no matter what. And I say we're supposed to because we should. Unfortunately, in this life, there are parents that do not feel those things for their children. And as the children do certain things that they're not supposed to, you give them time out, you punish them accordingly to whatever age they are, correct? But that does not mean that you do not love them any less. It means that you love them actually more, because you're observing and also feeling what their grief and pain is, and you're trying to do the best that you can, and you should, to find them some type of healing, to find them some type of growth and a better path in the physical life. Um, and this is how Jesus sees its children, how our Creator sees us, that we are nothing alike, not even twins. We are our own individuals, and we can fall and get up again, just like a child, scrapes his knees. What does the parent do or should do is dust their knees and say, it'll be fine, sweetheart, and give them a treat and show them some love and make them feel comfort. If they're feeling sick, you're touching their forehead, their body, and checking for anything, and give them some type of medication to heal them, make them feel better, or take them to the doctors. You know what I mean? And you're hurting because they're hurting. That's what a parent should do. Doesn't mean that most of them do, but they do. They're supposed to, correct? But that is how Jesus is, our Creator is, to us, to you, to me, to everyone. He sees and feels your pain, your suffering, just as some and few felt the day of his passing and throughout those days until he was rebirthed. What I feel that they are wanting for me is to enlighten you of certain purpose of why we are here. I feel that more than ever people are questioning why me, why me, why me, why this, why that. And I feel that we need to stop asking that and go within and search us, ourselves individually first. Um, it's very easy to say than do, but you have to start in that. It may not be significant, but it is, because our self, our vessel, our body, our spirit, it has a direct connection to your divine, to your creator. Yes, if you believe and trust in whatever religions and church, so be it. I am not disclosing it. Unfortunately, there's some that are not what they're supposed to be, most of them. But the end and the direct true line is you, it's me, it's us. There's no higher direct line than that. Where's church? Where's the temple? You. Where is your God? Or where is Jesus? Or whatever saint you believe in? Guess where? In your heart. So call out, scream it out, yell it, whatever. I don't care, but call it out. Whisper it. It listens. He does not hate you. He does not hate you. He loves you. Don't we love our children? Absolutely. Would he be upset of certain things that you do in life? Absolutely. But he will never turn your back. He will never turn your back. The person that turns the back on is you and humans, humanity. You see so much negativity. We have parents against the children, children against parents, friends, family, you name it, against each other. We're letting the negative entities, energies take over. For whatever reasons. Maybe you like the way that they make you feel. Maybe you like the power that you think that they're giving or that they're showing. Maybe you prefer it. You have your choice, so be it. Some of you may not even like today's video. I hope not. Because I want you to feel more love than anything. I want you to find some healing within your heart, within your thoughts, within your body, your mind, your soul, and spirit. If you've done wrong, ask for forgiveness. Whatever it is. If you've done something you shouldn't, go out there and make amends. Not just for whoever you've done wrong for, but most importantly for you. Because who needs the saving most is you, me, you. Okay? And if you have that love still set in that person, people, places, or things, then go and get it. Go find it. Go. Don't be afraid. I will say this, and I've said it all the time, and I will continue to say it. We have this one life. We've had many others. And we will have more later on if you're choosing or if it's set for you. But this one life is this just one. And so therefore, do as much as you can, however you can. Spread those wings. Your God will love it if you do. Your divine will love it if you do. Your body, your spirit will love it if you do. Don't give up. Get up and chase it. Whatever it is. Have that decency to have faith in you, to have trust in you, to have love in you, for you to start off. Because when you have love for you, self-love, without even you knowing, you're actually loving your creator. Now, I feel that maybe one or two out there are saying there's no reason to in this life. I've only been suffering since day one. I've only been going through da da da. Okay, let's find out why. So be it. Come, let's find out. Why is it that you're suffering? Is it because of you? Because of your karma in this life, other lives? Or is it because of your ancestry? Or is it because you've done something that you should have not done? But either way, we can find it and let's correct it. Let's find what is the cause and let's fix it. Having said that, keep in mind, we're not in a perfect world. We're in a yes and no world. We're happy, we're sad, we cry, we laugh, we smile, we lose, we win. Yes, it's a karmic world that we're in. And can it be considered one of the phases of our existence, our spirit, of our growth, of our vibration to our soul for higher dimensions? Yes, absolutely, it is. There are different levels. Religions would want you to be in fear, live in fear, so you can be attached to them for whatever gain they think that they're doing. They're using church, they're using Jesus, they're using the Bible, they're using all these things to keep you tame. And I will say it again, and I will always say it again, and I will always say it. But it's up to you to open your beliefs and your trust. And if your heart feels that that is so true, then continue following it. There's no wrong and no shame, because what you do not know, it is not cast against you. But if you know, if you hear it, you see it, then it is for you to start opening your eyes and listening more careful and trying to be open to see the truth. For generations and centuries and thousands of years, the truth has not been told in the way that it should be. You are still blind. We are all still blind to the reality, to the truth of oneself. They keep it so we will not be open to not be able to be ourselves and expand our growth, our vibration. Because if we did, we wouldn't be so tame in the way that we are now. You know, we live in certain countries that we're supposed to be free. We're not. We are absolutely not. We're still tamed by lies, by deceits, however way it comes from, whoever it comes. In every part of the world, there's deceptions, especially in faith, especially in God's words, especially in the Bible. They are, for whatever reasons, they could be doing it because they feel that it is for our highest good. Because we won't know what to do with that power if we could actually go and remember who we are, what we are, the true self. What can we do in this world individually? Oh, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing what we can do. Think of it as this. When you see someone yawning, even through TV, you have that direct energy that you end up yawning too. That's vibration, and that is humans with humans. We are connected. Science can say whatever, but spiritually it's a whole new ball. If you're thinking of someone, most of the time it happens, less than 5 minutes they're contacting you. And that in itself, it's also an example of how we are so divine connected. And if you were to continue to practice that, imagine what we can do for our best benefit. So maybe, you never know, maybe they're doing it because they feel that it is for the safety of ours or for their safety, or maybe they're doing it, against us. They have their reasons. Okay. But I could also understand it, because if we're building chaos out of something so small, then we are not equipped to be open with that third eye, if you want to will and call it that. uh, we are not being intelligent enough to know what to do with our divine energy. Okay. And again, it can also be because that's the way they train us since day one. And by us, it means our ancestors from way back then. Okay. I can talk about this in a whole other aspects and angles. But I feel that in today's message, it's time to recognize that you also need to take part in society, uh, in blame and or in securing your next generation here and now, your children, uh, your beliefs, and start spreading it in the true self that it should be. And you might ask, well, then shit, now that I know this, what's the true self? I apologize for what I said, but it is what it is. So, again, I am giving you certain points of view to give yourself that opportunity to question. Churches, pastors, preachers, whatever you want to call them, they don't want that. They don't want such questions. But yet they demean you when you go to the church, right? They demean you because you're not giving them enough money. They demean you because the way you are dressed, because the way you're conducting your life, or because you're not doing what they think are the rules of your religions, um, and etc. Well, Jesus didn't do that. Jesus did not say, you cannot come hear me out if you're not properly dressed, if you're not properly covered from head to toe, if you're not bringing me enough fish, if you're not bringing me enough tokens. Jesus didn't say that. On the contrary, he went and gave more fish and more bread, more wine. Jesus did not say, you're a sinner, so you cannot come and listen to me. You are not changing, so you cannot come to me, and I will not receive you. Jesus did not say any of those things. Now, I will also say that a lot of the things that are in the Bible are not so true either. Jesus did not write those words, did not say those things. I've said it before. I grew up into Roman Catholic beliefs, and I abide them in certain levels. But now understanding what the higher self gives me to know, to see, to hear, to observe, I see a whole new aspects of love and true self. And there are rules implemented in religions. And again, it goes to taming our body and our soul and our spirit. So little by little, you are being contained. There will be more wars against religions, and there will be a huge one to come. There will be division, dividing beliefs, etc. So, as it should, as it has in the past, it will be in the future. It is what it is. Everything comes back into different scales of magnitude, but it comes back in ways. So yes, Jesus will come back. That is absolutely true. Does he come back every year? I feel like someone asked. See, what you do not understand is that Jesus lives within us. So he's always in existence to our lives in the spiritual sense. But will he have a full comeback in years to come in the future? Yes, he will. That I can absolutely tell you that he will. And he will come back when this earth is going through devastation of earthly things and human things, that he can no longer abide and sit his to see his children suffer and continue to be uh, in wrong. So he will he will come again. I feel, based on what he has shown me, that he will not come in the way that he came with Mary. He will come as the way he left when he was rebirthed at the third day. That's how I see him descending. Before then, as he has in time, in hundreds of years, including now, sends his highest, most trusty angels to be a part of this earth, to help humanity, to help his children, to guide his children. Now you may say, why, if that's so, so many suffers? Yes, it's an unfortunate thing, but we also have a path. We have a destiny to fulfill in this earth, because we are here to learn from each other and for each other. We are here as Jesus was. It was his choice to come and learn and feel the grief and pain that he felt, flesh, body, mind, soul, and spirit, for us. And even though there were times that he asked his Father, his Creator, our Creator, I do not wish this pain. Why does it hurt in the way that it hurts? Why? He asked the way you asked, the way I asked, why? But out of the moment it came through, and he felt that love, that message, and the reason why he had to continue. And he abided by it and said, Father, you know best. And I am only here, for I chose to be here. And he followed through. Okay? So we ourselves are in the same predicament as Jesus was. We chose these challenges. Think about it as a what is that show? Throne something. I keep something like that. I don't know. That's what came to my mind. But it's almost like a drama you're living. You know, it's a choice. You made this choice to learn this life, this particular life, to connect with your loved ones, with your spiritual loved ones, to connect in different levels in this life, to learn lessons in this life. Unfortunately, yes, we choose certain lessons that are hard for us, and when we enter into this vessel, into this body, it becomes real, because it is real. You are actually in a vessel to experience certain karmic lessons and teach at the same time. So unfortunately it becomes drastic physical pain, because our soul is in different vibration, different energy. It is nothing like when we are in our body. And as Jesus, we ask the why. And we ask, even we say, I don't want this anymore, I'm tired of this, just as Jesus did. And what happened with that was he got tested more by the negative energies. He got tested more. He got offered through that energy. Okay, give up, and I'm going to give you this. And we humans, we are getting tested with the same energies of what this earth has before we came in. That's a whole nother topic, by the way. And so some of us, unfortunately, fall to that path. Okay? Some of us unfortunately fall to that path. So it's up to you how to redeem yourself. Some of us do and will continue to fall weak by it, because again, it becomes hard. The pain becomes hard. Okay. Um, it's an unfortunate thing. But you see, this is not about winning challenges either. This is not about completing the challenge either. This is not about, I have to do A and B and C, so what else is there for me to do in this life so I don't have to go through it again? That's not how it works either. This is about you learning certain aspects of this planet, um, and then growing through it, from it. And once you are descended to your higher self, to the spirit, which I actually saw it right now, I absolutely saw a heart shape with two divine energy crossing to the path with the white light growing through. Um, what happens in that transition, once you are purified of your soul, full purification, purging of whatever life experience you had, then yes, we go through certain other path, which we can talk about that later on. Um, then you have your choice, rebirth, whether it is on earth or in any other dimension, any other world included. Yes, we can talk about that. I know, any other time, because yes, there is an existence of otherworldly life. Absolutely, there is, and different kinds of life, including in the way that we look, in the way that we our brain functions, in the way that our energy level functions. I feel that in this earth, we're actually in a low vibration. We're not functioning into our full capacity. We're not fully out there in the dimension that we should be. So again, this is a stepping stone for some of us into a higher levels. Okay. And what are those other lives is, as believe it or not, you yourself have experienced that, including through other means of other earthly descents coming forth onto the earth, which again, by the way, we will encounter those as we have since beginning of time on earth. We will encounter those in a heavy magnitude later, further down in history to come. Some of us have relived on earth number of lives, and we've actually have experienced certain of the things that I've said included. I feel also that some of us, very few, have also experienced the actual living in Jesus' time as well. I hear that very clearly too. If you do not hear and feel the energy now when you watch this video, um, for sure later on in life, whoever comes to be and listens to it will reconnect with this energy quite a lot. Um, there are reasons why we do what we do. It may not be for today. It may be just for one soul, one human. It may be for later on in years to come that someone will finally reconnect and put one and one together and see, I found the missing puzzle, the missing piece of the puzzle. And then you will fully connect. There are hidden relics that speaks the truth. There are hidden items that speak the truth, know the truth, and comes forth alive just by saying certain phrases. There are hidden energies and vibration that just by touch we can reconnect. Imagine yourself in a Star Wars like kind of vibe energy. Imagine yourself the future life of the Jetsons. Imagine yourselves, you know, from beginnings of the Flintstones to the Jetsons, which it will be. Imagine that. And then imagine and think that we're going to get there whenever, right? In the near future, probably starting at the end of 2026. Imagine that. But also imagine that there are other lives already going through that. And they're looking for the next big thing. Imagine that. Um, any other message that you have for our viewers? Oh, Jesus Christ, thank you. Yeah. Ooh, Lord. Um, as I was saying that, he tells me, remind our children that we do have the coming of him. And this is actually the way that he is going to come back in life when he comes back. But also, he is letting me know to remind you that we are, I want to call it invasion of aliens. This is very important because I feel that it takes us back from day one in life that uh, humans couldn't puzzle it together, and they were considered angels of some sort or divine energies of some sort. Okay, yes and no. um, but it is letting us know that there will be a drastic shift of energy for humans life. Earth is coming into some type of huge eruption, um, a scale of, I hear 8 to 9 kind of thing. If not, oh, I hope not. But there will be earthquakes that are going to rupture land. So some of us that are watching today are probably going to be around for that, or be in that city or indoor country. Um, it's it's given us tumbling down of religions, beliefs. Um, it's given us down. Um, there will be a rebirth of something holistic, of totally new. Um, it may even come from a female empowered. Sometimes I see that in different forms because in the way that they're letting me know, it's letting me know that um, there's uh, a woman fully in demand for some type of power. I don't know if it's in world like and or in the spiritual sense because I see it. Um, could it be someone that is actually going to open a release of some sort? No, it's not me yet. I don't think so. Uh, Believe me, I don't know. But the higher self and I have been in a transition stage, so I have a lot more to learn, and they have a lot more to teach me, and I am a hard-headed. I am really hard-headed. Um, so yeah, he's being loving and patient with me. Um, but I'll get there when I get there. I don't know. Maybe it'll take me another life, as it has been in the past. But I will do my best to continue doing what I do for all of you and to help and find ways to save our humanity, but most important, our soul, our divine energy, to be in the right path, in the right energy. Um, I don't want to lose any loving soul because we all need salvation. We all need to feel that love. And yeah, I can hate my enemies. Yeah, in the beginning when they do something that they shouldn't, that you did not expect, we feel that. We absolutely do. But I have so much love within me, um, that I don't want to hinder my growth with such negative energy. So I will most importantly space myself out, and trust me, I have my saints and my angels that they always, I don't need to ask. They always do what they need to do for me. And yes, that can and have been portrayed as punishment for those. Absolutely, why not? Yes, they do. Because again, Jesus loved his flocks. He loves his sheep. And he is not going to let them, anyone, hurt their children and put them in suffering for no reason. So no. Um, it will come in time. It will come when you least expect it, because that's how it is. Um, if you expect to be getting punished today for certain things that you've done, no, it will come when you least expect it, because he's going to punish you when you are deserving of that punishment. Not when you think, oh, I'm going to get it today, I'm going to get it tomorrow, I'll see what. No, it won't. It'll come when it's supposed to come. um, our energy, our vibration has certain divine timing of certain things. And that is why when I do certain rituals and spells, it has a certain divine energy to it and action to it. So I don't give timing for that main purpose. Do I know? Yes, I do, because sometimes they let me see when. And do I know around the same space of energy of when it started? Absolutely, I do. But again, just like God in itself, just like Jesus itself and his saints, there are rules to everything, at least for me. I don't sugarcoat it. I'm straightforward, and that's how I am. That's how Jesus was. That's how our divine power is. Okay? So, he says not to be frightened, but what's to come. It is something that has to be done, that has been in the past and shall return here in the now and the later future. Okay, it is for the highest purpose, for our higher good, for our growth in humanity and in our spirit, but also on earth itself. um, so if you're cooking and you burn the food, you're gonna have to throw it away and start all over. And I don't know if it's a good metaphor for it, but you get my point. You get my point. um, so uh, okay, any other message so we can close today's reading? Dear Lord, dear Jesus. Right. So there is two people in power. One of them is church, and the other one would be like a government type of way. In power now, and I feel that has always been this case for centuries. In the past, here in the now, and in the future. Those are the ones that feel that they rule, make the changes for us, right? There will be fall for some of those, as it has been in the past. We, through generations, through history, we've known that we've seen falls of priests, etc., and also people in power of any kind, and we will continue to see this in drastic ways. There will also be something against religions and people of empowerment that will also have some downfalls also. So now this brings me to the portion of, Catholics being separated from um, the church, from what is that? Jesus, um, in Rome, right? So, but we're going to have something on a bigger scale coming in near the future also. Okay. Also, what it's saying is that we're also going to have a discovery by one of these two people. Maybe it's time to say, you know what, you do not tell me what to do and what to put out there. You do not rule me. You do not rule me, vice versa. So I will make it be known. The people need to know this now. Either they're doing it for our own good or for their own good, to be in favoritism of that particular space of land or world, and or their position in power of any kind. Okay, this is gonna play out. It's gonna be very important, I feel, in the now. Okay, so keep an eye on that as well. Let's see how it happens. Let's see if it's the Pope and a president in power of any kind, or a king and Pope in some sort. Either way, it may be the now Pope or it may be the later on Pope. Let me see if I can 10, 20, 10, 10, 20. They're letting me see a date, but I don't know if I'm supposed to say it though. I don't think I'm supposed to say the date as of yet, okay? Because I feel they're letting me see something, but in the way that they show me is I feel that I'm not supposed to. Also, there's a fall to a king. It also is what I'm seeing here. Maybe a known king, but there's a fall to a king. And maybe through its fall, we're also seeing something that they also kept as well, okay? Um, what I love about this is that we also have that faith, we have that hope, we have the in the way that I feel what this is, that is letting me know that we're going to be seeing, and I believe we have already recently, cosmics. We're seeing more of these coming forth, more in a constant more. Um, okay, we do have little drops of them here and there, but we're getting little bigger sizes from now on. We got a one awakening of that, I think, last month, if I'm not mistaken, or this month. Anyhow, but we are getting bigger ones and or a more similarity of sizes coming forth, that is going to start shaking the world. Could it have anything to do with what we saw earlier? Probably so, in some level of cases, whether it is in our lifetime or closer to our end of lifetime, for some of us. But we will be seeing this. There's probably one coming inland between now to 2033, I feel, and it's going to land in water. So that may cause drastic tsunamis of some sorts, and reshape a tremendous way of land, shifting the plates of the earth itself, as it has been for centuries before. As we are now, the plates shift here and there, softly here and there. Believe it or not, even in land, in spaces that we're not supposed to have earthquakes, we're going to start sensing the energy of that. We're going to start feeling like, that kind of jerked me a little bit. There's no way that was an earthquake. Maybe, maybe it's me. But no, it is actually the levels of place that are shifting already as we speak. Okay? So we will be experimenting in places that we're not supposed to. We will be experimenting shift in land, cracks, etc. that you never thought that it can be. And again, it goes back to the phases of what it was before, is now, and will always be in later on in the future as well. Okay? For some of us, we're living like what we consider the end of the world, or will be living like it is the end of the world because of drastic measures, because of earthly catastrophic things that are happening, floods, earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanoes erupting in lands that are way overdue. I hear that as well. We see Hawaii is supposed to, yes, but we see in the near future, less than 20 years, we see a land. I feel like it's a land that a country that is developing. It's been poor, but it's developing. That country, um, it's been on the level of not being valued as Hawaii have been for centuries. This other country, it's in that verge to being better than Hawaii, I feel. So now that country is going to go through a volcanic eruption as well, is what I see. That is way overdue. I would wonder if they are actually keeping a record of that, or keeping an eye on it, because it's almost like a country of volcano, or built in a volcano kind of way. I feel that there's probably more. It's a small country. It feels like it's a small country. Okay. Um. Now, what else can I tell you with this? Um, there will also be a discovery of something that it's going to be very public, in the eyes of the world, in the eyes of the people, is also what they're telling me. We've experienced this before because it's giving me a view of the past. We experienced this a number of times before, but this is going to be unreal, like I knew it kind of thing, but unreal to our eyes. So again, it speaks of unalien things coming forth into light, like coming like a star looking. It's a ship, like a mothership kind of thing. We're going to have a mothership from another planet of aliens come forth on Earth. Let us prepare for this mission. Let us prepare for this transition that it may not be suitable for some of us, most of us, if not all. Um, they're giving me that clue. I would also say, because we are now in the 10-day verge of the astronauts into the moon, there is life there, whether they disclose it or not, that's to each his own. But there is their life. Now, if they're going to circle the whole thing around, which they should, it's best, because I feel that we're looking at one side being very active than the other. And I wonder, let's hope not that they get discovered as they're doing their turn. If they do get discovered, it may not return. Or it will be a way for them to track our way, where we are, and how to get here faster. Okay, there are a number of ways that they're letting me know this. And yes, just as we go out there and search, other means are doing the same thing, and they've been doing it for centuries. They have ways to come to us, and they've been doing that from day one. That's a whole nother topic for later on. But they don't come in the way that they're supposed to, and they don't stay in the way that they're supposed to, not yet. But that is also a shift and change. Okay, I don't want to scare you, but to an extent, I think that, again, we're fighting against each other when we need to be preparing ourselves to secure ourselves, our safety nest of Earth and of ourselves. I don't want to alarm you, but yeah, it is what it is. And we may not see it in this lifetime, I hope not. But, centuries to come, we most likely will be seeing all of this. I hope not. But it is what it is. The Earth has to revolve, and so do we. And we are closing our So yeah, I'm gonna leave most of you more confused than ever before. I didn't want to do that. I want to impose love and light to you, and I wanted to impose growth on you. This will bring growth to you. This will bring growth and abundance to some of us. This will bring a rejoice of love and self-love for some of us. And this will also bring someone in aspects of power of some of us. Yes, thank you. And some of us will be in contemplation mood. Some of us will be looking more into church, reading the Bible a little bit more closely, or probably even picking up a Bible now. It is your choice what you want to do. Maybe you will choose and want to be more into the religion path. Absolutely. Do what you want to do for your sake, for your love, for your joy, for your happiness. If you feel full in love within you, then that can spread around your energy, your vibration, and to those that you love. And so be it. God is loving and nurturing, and He's watching over you. He's sending His highest love for all of us. He is looking into all that we are, okay? And He is also wanting to explore other things in your life as well. Once you go in, you'll find the highest power, okay? There will be an enlightenment like no other. We can talk about the good and the bad. They are going to be certain energies that are going to come And again about other worldly things, but what that includes that there will be saints, there will be angels that are going to be in certain uh, for some reason I heard Puebla. I don't know what that means. Puebla, could it be a city, a town? I keep hearing Puebla. I keep I keep seeing bricks. I keep seeing bricks on the street, bricks on the wall. um, I keep um, it's a futuristic thing that I'm seeing, but also it took me back to a past energy. Um, um, there are actually yellow flowers planted in a country where Jesus lived. I don't know how long they planted that or if they're doing that now. I think that based on what they're giving me so many scenarios here in my visions, but this feels futuristic. If anybody knows out there, email me or comment below. Um, I feel like we do have eruption of the land here. So I hope not, because I feel that what's going on in the moment or later will have disruption in the Holy Land to capacity. And on the rebuilding, I feel, of a land of some sort, because I just keep seeing it. There will be almost like a child planting flowers of some seeds or something in there and growing into multitude. Maybe they don't grow, but they will continue. They will start. Maybe someone will plant it, and um, it feels so unreal for me to see this. Um, or maybe they did in the beginning of time, and somebody took it down to make it more. I wouldn't say more respectful or more to gain people to come. Again, governments, you know what I mean. Um, but there's a shift and change in the Holy Land of some sort of level, in the space where Jesus did his walking and or being. Now there's also a revelation of that as well. Maybe there's a space that they're holding ground as a holy, and it may not be. It was probably in a different location. Anyways, there's a lot to discover that we all do not know. And I can assure you that the way that they also portray Jesus to be is not the be. Okay? That's a whole nother thing that he is very adamant about. Um, so, again, there's a lot of questions more than answers today, unfortunately, for all of you today. But the most important thing that I want you to take from this is feel the love and take the joy. Okay? I want you to feel that you've grown a little bit more into your self-being, into your spirit. I want you to feel that you're not alone, that you can still have some type of resolution into you, into your path here in the physical life. I want to thank all of you for being here today, and have a wonderful Holy Weekend. And again, I am Margo. You can email me at solunabotanica2@gmail.com and or margourtarotreader@gmail.com. Love and light to you and to yours. Please continue to donate, and let us continue doing these videos for you, for Margot Tarot Reader YouTube channel and or Soluna Botanica YouTube channel, TikTok, you name it, we're in. You can find us. We're out here trying to be here for you. And so I send love and light to all of you, Thank you so much for being a part of me and for letting me into your hearts. Love and light. Thank you, everyone.